when role players think they are stars, bro, we already know, man. Role players, when they start getting buckets, 20 a game, 22 a game, 19 a game, they be like, bro, main players, y'all move around, bro. It's my team. Look, man, we about to see what this video talk about. Y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe.
Players that wanted to be
You know what I'm saying?
stars.
Comment down below.
And we have to start with Dillon Brooks.
Name some role players y'all think
Dillon
will
was
try to be
living in a
stars
version
that
of reality
not put in the
that,
video.
sadly, only existed
He
in
was a
his
bucket
head.
at Oregon, though. I came out.
Before Dillon
He was a
the
bucket.
villain became a headline, Dillon Brooks already carried himself like a main character.
That's a fact.
At Oregon, he was the alpha, Pac-12 Player of the Year, All-American, and the emotional leader of a Final Four team that fed on his energy.
He was cooking at
He
Oregon,
hit
though.
game winners, barked at benches,
cooking
and
on
told
Oregon.
reporters he set the tone for everyone else. That I lead, they follow mentality never left. So when 44 teams passed on him in the 2017 draft, he treated it as disrespect, not evaluation.
And ain't gonna lie, Dillon definitely think he's one of them. He think he's a superstar, bro, which is fine.
Memphis grabbed
I'm
him
not mad at it.
45th, but he walked into training camp acting like a lottery pick. He started 74 games as a rookie and immediately said he wanted to guard the best player every night. In his mind, stars guarded stars. By
In his mind,
2020,
guards started-
Brooks had the swagger and the usage of a go-to scorer. He averaged 17.2 points, led the league in fouls, and had the greenest light outside of Ja Morant. The efficiency lagged, 41.9% shooting, 34 from deep. But Memphis called him their tone setter, reinforcing the idea that he was more than a role player. The villain persona became his proof of status when he knocked down Gary Payton II in the 2022 playoffs, fracturing his elbow. Steve Kerr called it dirty. Brooks brushed it off. I'm just playing hard.
I'm just playing hard.
He saw himself as Draymond Green
Hacker
2.0.
Dillon.
All attitude, no filter, but without the rings to justify the chaos. Then came the quote that defined him. After Game 2 against the Lakers in 2023, Brooks called LeBron old and said, I poke bears.
I poke bears was crazy. And pause. That is I poke bears. Why
He thought
do
he was
that?
starring in his own wrestling promo. In his head, the attention proved relevance. If LeBron's answering your name, you've made it. The numbers disagreed.
Okay.
Against the Lakers, Brooks shot 31% from the
31%, 22.
field, 23 from 3,
He
and
poked
averaged
bears,
just
though.
10.5 points. The Grizzlies' offense cratered when he touched the ball. Still, he blamed the narrative. The media made me the villain. He wasn't a failed role player to him. He was a misunderstood star. Memphis saw it differently. A week later, reports surfaced that the Grizzlies wouldn't re-sign him under any circumstances.
Damn.
It was the front office's
Yeah, that
way
was
of
tough.
saying confidence isn't the
Rockets would've
same as
got him, though.
value. Houston, though, wanted the edge. They gave him 4 years and $80 million. Under Ime Udoka, Brooks simplified his game, shot around 36% from 3, and guarded the league's best scorers. The villain finally had a role that matched his skill set. Then came redemption. At the 2023 FIBA World Cup, Brooks erupted for 39 points against Team USA, silencing critics as the crowd chanted MVP.
39 points.
He called it
Wow.
proof that he'd been right all along. That's the paradox. Brooks needs the
paradox.
delusion to perform. The chip powers the defense and intensity that make him elite. But the same belief also convinces him he's the hero, not the supporting actor. Dillon Brooks thinks he's a star because the world kept giving him the spotlight. The difference between useful and self-destructive has always been how much of that spotlight he tries to own. Brooks talked his way into the villain role, but Jordan Poole, he danced his way into thinking he was the
The Thottery God. The Thought King. 2.0, that's the Kyrie.
main character. Jordan Poole's career is built on confidence turned addiction. At Michigan, he was famous for a single shot, a buzzer beater to send the Wolverines to the Sweet 16 in
That's a fact.
2018.
I
He
remember that
sprinted
shot.
across the floor screaming,
I
chest
remember that
out,
shot.
arms wide. That moment created the myth.
We should have known something was up when he was running around the court doing this, bro. We should have known he was gonna be the Thotty God.
The kid who loves the stage. Golden State drafted him 28th in 2019, mostly for that swagger. Early on, he struggled. 33% from the field, several G League assignments, but the bravado never cracked. Steve Kerr called him the most confident 20-year-old I've ever seen. Poole didn't play like someone fighting for minutes. He played like someone auditioning for stardom.
That shot was insane. He hit it from deep.
When Klay Thompson's injuries opened space, Poole seized it.
YouTube, look, man, I'm interrupting the schedule program. And look, we're gonna go back to the video. You really rock my reactions. You really mess with the kid. Rock with me. Join the franchise player on Patreon, bro. You get the real power. Real power. You get real power. You tell me what to react to 3 to 5 times a week. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Plus, the uncut, unfiltered reactions that I can't post on YouTube. You feel me? I can't drop it on YouTube. Certain things I can't drop. Certain things I can't say on YouTube. Y'all getting all that. Yeah, look, if you a hooper, send me your highlights, bro. I'm gonna react to them, post them on my YouTube, and clip them over my Instagram, bro. You know what I'm saying? And look, this is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's only for people who want to be part of something, bro. And people who want to get their videos reacted to, people who want to see certain things. It's only for y'all, bro. So you don't gotta sign up for this. You feel me? But look, join the franchise player if you one of the ones. You feel me? But let's go ahead and get back to the regular schedule programming. You feel me?
In 2022, he averaged 18.5 points and 4 assists, shot 36% from deep, and became the 3rd scorer in the title run. The pool party slogan took off, and soon he was closing finals games next to Steph and Klay. He dropped 31 in Game 1 of the first round and celebrated like he'd been waiting for cameras his whole life. Then came the money.
Bro,
4 years, $128 million, and the validation that followed. Poole saw it as proof he'd graduated from spark plug to centerpiece. Kerr warned him, emulating Steph is a dangerous game. There are things I say to Jordan about shot selection that I don't say to Steph because Jordan hasn't earned that yet. But Poole wasn't trying to emulate Curry. He wanted to replace him. That confidence crashed in October 2022 when Draymond Green punched him during practice. The video leaked, the chemistry evaporated, and Poole spent the season trying to play his way out of humiliation. He averaged 20.4 points but became one of the league's least efficient high-usage guards. His 57 true shooting percentage and 3 turnovers per game told the story. Volume over value. Still, Poole thought that's what stars do. Take tough shots, wave off plays, carry the offense. Every deep 3 and shimmy was a declaration, I'm next. The Warriors disagreed. They traded him to Washington for Chris Paul, a veteran for a volume scorer. The Wizards gave him the keys and year 1 was rough. He averaged 17.4 points on below league average efficiency, finishing bottom 10 among starting guards in shot quality. Without the Warriors system around him, his highlight style turned into empty possessions. The illusion, though, had roots. Poole believed he was a star because, for a stretch, he really looked like one. He'd seen confetti fall, signed a $100 million deal, and heard his name chanted during the finals. To him, that wasn't a hot streak. That was confirmation. Under interim coach Brian Keefe in 2025, Poole started to recalibrate. He averaged 21 points and 4.8 assists with steadier shot selection. He was finally running an offense instead of hijacking it. But the battle between flair and focus still defines him. Poole's gift and curse are the same. Unshakable belief. He tasted stardom too early and never let go of the flavor. Once a role player feels like the guy, it's hard to go back to being part of the orchestra. Poole's swagger was loud.
You tasted it, man.
But at least it lived between the lines. The next guy turned confidence into lifestyle. A player who dressed.
Now, Kyle Kuzma, bro. Kyle Kuzma needs to be arrested for this, man. He needs to be arrested for that blanket.
Spoke and played like Hollywood had already written his script. Kyle Kuzma has always acted like he belonged on billboards. At Utah, scouts called him versatile, not elite. He turned that into motivation. Drafted 27th in 2017, he told reporters, I'll make them remember my name. By Christmas of his rookie season, they did. Kuzma averaged 16 points, led all rookies in, made threes, and dropped 38 on Houston in primetime. Lakers fans crowned him the steal of the draft. He outshined Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram in crunch time, and the buzz convinced him he was next in line. When LeBron James arrived, Kuzma didn't step back. He doubled down. He told Bleacher Report he was capable of being the 3rd star next to LeBron and AD. To him,
Yeah,
that
bro,
wasn't
he was
arrogance.
trash.
It was truth.
Trash.
I put in too much time not to believe I'm that guy, he said. Every summer, his Instagram filled with captions like Year 3 Star Mode. The Lakers saw a promising scorer. Kuzma saw a co-headliner. But the more he chased the spotlight, the more his flaws showed. By the 2020 title run, he was a role piece. 12.8 points, 43% shooting, and spent more time defending than creating. Teammates joked about his confidence. Jared Dudley once said, Kuz thinks he's Kobe some days. It wasn't far off. Off the court, the image became its own business. Kuzma turned pre-game tunnels into runways, rocking viral outfits and designer brands. He told GQ that fashion was art, same as basketball. To him, visibility equaled validation, a mark of someone bigger than the box score. The 2021 trade to Washington finally gave him the canvas he wanted: freedom, usage, attention. He averaged 21.2 points, hit game winners in Detroit and Chicago, and said afterward, "This is what I do. Big moments." But efficiency lagged behind the confidence. His 54 true shooting percentage sat below league average, and he ranked near the top in missed shots per game. When asked about it, Kuzma said, "You can't judge me by percentages when I'm taking the tough shots no one else wants." That line captured the illusion. Stars earn the right to take tough shots. Kuzma used them to prove he already was one. By 2024, he was averaging around 22 points, but only 51 true shooting. Shot charts showed heavy mid-range, few rim attacks, and too many contested step-backs. The Wizards were better when someone else initiated the offense, but Kuzma saw that as proof of his importance, not limitation. When Milwaukee traded him in 2025, Doc Rivers praised his fearlessness, but told him to narrow his focus. "We love confidence, but we want it directed, not broadcast." Translation: you don't need to prove you're a star to play like one. Kuzma's conviction didn't come from nowhere. He was the Lakers' young hope during chaos, won a ring, averaged 20 a night in DC, and got paid. From his view, that resume equals stardom, but the league measures differently. True stars elevate records. Kuzma elevates aesthetics. His confidence made him marketable, but also trapped him chasing validation he already believes he's earned. He still walks every tunnel like a runway, dripped out, head high,
horrible fit.
Camera ready.
Cool,
That's who he is. In his mind, the spotlight isn't something you earn. It's something that's always belonged to him. Brooks talked himself into battles. Poole swaggered his way into a payday. Kuzma dressed and played like he already owned the room. All three are proof that belief is both a survival skill and a trap. Give Brooks structure and he becomes a defensive anchor. Give Poole accountability and he becomes a playmaker. Give Kuzma hierarchy and he becomes a closer, not a chucker.
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I'm gonna give it my own person I really believe in on this list, Jordan Poole. I like Jordan Poole. Dylan Brooks and Kyle Kuzma, no. But this was funny, bro. When role players think they're stars, bro. This is all 100% facts, man. This is a 100% fact video. This is a good video. I'm not even gonna lie. But let me know in the comments who y'all think should have been on this list, wasn't on this video. Let me know, cause I got a few that I can think about. You know what I'm saying? But let me know, and I'm shouting that field. Y'all already know what's going on. No bad.